Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. My name is NORFARHANA binti MUHAMAD ZAKI, and I will present on the short introduction of water pollution. Water pollution occurs when pollutants contaminated water sources and render the water unsafe for use in drinking, cooking, cleaning, swimming, and other activities. Chemical garbage, bacteria, and parasites are examples of pollutants. Water is eventually contaminated by all types of pollution. 30 and 3 rivers in Selangor respectively are slightly and seriously polluted. The three main indicators of river pollution are suspended solid, known as SS, ammoniacal nitrogen, and biological oxygen demand, known as BOD. According to the agency, 3,235 complaints about water contamination were made in all of Malaysia between January 2019 and July 29 of this year. Selangor has the most complaints about water pollution overall over the previous 4 years. Now, let's see the factors and why the water pollution happens in Selangor.
Okay, one of the factors causing the issue of water pollution in Selangor can be linked to industrial activities. Among the industrial activities that are the cause of Selangor water pollution is unmanaged waste disposal. This can be seen in the issue which occurred on 8 December 2020 when Luas has found that there was a factory that had released water from washing their catfish pond into the Selangor River as reported by Malaysia Kini 2020. This issue has therefore affected the water supply to several areas in the Klang Valley, which resulted from the suspension of duties for the cleaning process by the authorities as stated by Harian Metro 2020. Apart from that, there are also factories in the state that do not handle their activity process with full care, either before, during, or after a product or service is produced. This can be seen in the case that happened on 3 September 2020 involving a heavy machinery factory located in Rawang. According to Haraka Delhi 2020, the factory is believed to not maintain the manufacturing process of their heavy machinery properly, resulting in the spillage of black oil mix with rainwater, which then flows into Sungai Gong. The impact of this pollution has caused the water supply to be interrupted in several areas and is believed to have affected a total of 1.2 million usage of Selangor water as explained by BH Online 2020. The impact of this water supply therefore not only affects the daily life of each user, but indirectly it also interferes with business operations and affects the sources of income of traders. Why? This is because there are businesses that cannot operate as usual due to insufficient water supply. Not only that, but it can also burden most of the people as they have to find water supply in location that has been set by Air Selangor for water storage. Hence, industrial activities are among the causes of water pollution that are becoming increasingly worrying among the people of Selangor as the pollution brings many negative impacts to their daily life.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURINA ADLINA binti ZULKIFLY, and I will continue to explain about the second issue of water pollution, which is agriculture activities. Due to the agriculture sector is also a contributor to our economic growth. Agriculture activities truly can help people and the country's economy boost, but it also can cause surface and groundwater pollution. Water pollution is quite possibly the most arising and significant issue in Selangor, and agriculture activities is one of the issues that cause this pollution. Due to the overuse of pesticides and chemical fertilizers, which causes the substance to seep into the groundwater and flow into surface water bodies. Pollution from agriculture may affect everything from water to food, feed, farms, and to the environment too. So, people who do farming and so on will be responsible for this water pollution. For example, in Tanjung Sepat Beach, Selangor, water pollution has occurred because of the 8 animal farms. The water is very dirty, blackish and smelly, and it makes people feel uncomfortable, and water supply is also interrupted. He Loisen, who is the ESCOM member of Selangor Tourism, has stated the 8 animal farms were located at one plot of private agricultural land and has been licensed by the Veterinary Services Department. Animal farming activities are believed to have caused the reduction of wastewater quality. Okay, then we move to impact. This issue can lead to direct negative impacts on human health. The things that cause serious health problems for humans are chemical pollutants that include such as pesticides, fertilizers, and heavy metals which are dangerous. Individuals who ingest toxic chemicals in their water may be at risk for diseases such as cancer, diarrhea, altered brain function, hormone disruption, and others. According to UNESCO 2021 World Water Development Report, a total of 829,000 people die every year because they drink water that is not clean and has been contaminated, which leads to them having diarrhea. In addition, the number of children who have died is 300,000 under the age of 5, representing 5.3% of all deaths in this age group. Other than that, according to Marmot AQILAH 2027, water pollution and cancer are interconnected because water that has been contaminated with arsenic, nitrate, chromium, and others is highly associated with cancer. For example, ingesting arsenic from water that humans drink can cause skin, kidney, bladder cancer. So, to summarize this, when humans drink water that contains high water pollution and chemicals can make them have cancer. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm WIRDANIS and I will present on the last issue. So one of the factors that the river in Selangor face is water pollution issue due to leaking and oil spill. Usually the issue regarding oil leaking often happen at the sea. It is also possible for the river to be polluted by the leaking oil. And most of the case in Selangor where the river is polluted by oil leaking due to factories, leaking by the oil from the boat, and majority was caused by the market stall or food seller that operate by the side of the road, is the major culprit that pour the oil down the drain. Thus, the oil that was spilled down the drain will eventually lead to the river. So even though people are being frequently unintentional, large oil spill and oil leaks are the major contributor to the water pollution. So among the main factors responsible for the water pollution is the improper management of waste oil disposal by these irresponsible people. Most of those irresponsible people cause this water pollution due to their foolish greed and complete disregard for other public safety, because these oil wastes are usually not handled properly before disposal. Also, the waste oil are just dumped into the river without following the proper protocol for dealing with this hazardous kind of waste. For example, one of the cases in 2019 was when Sungai Kelang is polluted with chemical waste oil as the oil mixture began to spread across the water surface. For the impact due to the leaking and spilling oil that caused the water pollution, we can see before in the case of oil polluting the Sungai Kelang, the waste oil was spilled and slowly spilled into the Sungai Kelang, and then the waste oil spread to the location directly in the path of the entrance point. So, Lembaga Urus Air Selangor Luas has stated that the oil waste pollution is located downstream and will not give a direct impact on the community. So, it will not damage the water supply in Selangor. But based on MUHAMAD 2019, from the article, the released oil waste is likely to have impact on the aquatic life nearby because it is still harmful to this aquatic life to survive. And thus, most of the fish and plants perish in the river because of the oil flow on the surface, which block the flow of the air. And thus, most of the fish and plants perish in the river because of the oil flow on the surface, which block the flow of the air. Most of polluted area were basically due to the excessive release and leaking of oil into the water source, including the river and lake. So it will eventually become a thick oil layer that will form on the upper water surface as a result of the oil pollution. And even worse, when the oil that was leaked or spilled on the river, because the river is connected to sea, it can affect the aquatic life in the sea, and also it can affect the ecosystem of coral reef, which are really delicate, especially to hazardous hydrocarbon. So oil pollution has affected the oxygen cycle and put the aquatic ecosystem life in danger, and also plus the odor pollution coming from the leaking oil is a sign of environmental issue that can affect on people's health and well-being.
My name is AQILAH binti AZMI and my metric number is 202095257. So I would like to talk about our suggestion. There are some suggestions need to be done to prevent the water pollution, and one of the suggestions is constitutional amendment on river pollution related act. Public that cause the water pollution will be getting penalties, which is the maximum fine for water pollution offender under the Environment Quality Act of 1974 is Rm 500,000 or imprisonment for not more than 10 years. for whipping all three. Besides, the Selangor State Legislative Assembly passed the Selangor Water Management Authority 2020 bill to raise the fine to a minimum of 200,000 and up to 1 million. Impose a mandatory jail sentence and require polluter to pay cleaning cost to LUAS. LUAS stand for Lembaga Urus Air Selangor. LUAS is responsible for ensuring that the state water resource, including the river basin, ground, surface water, lakes, former mines, as well as the coastline of the state of Selangor are always preserved. Meanwhile, the informer will be rewarded if they provide credible and reliable information about river pollution. Next is awareness of farmer is needed to prevent pollution at the source. Other suggestion is limiting and optimizing the type, amount and timing of application crops by establishing protection zones along surface water course within farm and in buffer zone around farm. Besides, the storage and disposal of pesticide waste and empty container need to follow safety guidelines. Moreover, construction of riparian buffer strip or constructed wetland can cost effectively reduce loads entering surface water bodies. Hence, buffer strip are well-established technology. Meanwhile, vegetated filter strip at the margin of farm and along river are effective in decreasing concentration of pollutant entering waterway. All these suggestions can be used to prevent water pollution.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Roszaman. Now I would like to continue to the next suggestion is to implement an automated water quality analyzer system. The state government of Selangor could adopt an automated system that will protect the river from any pollution, which is considered as a movement to speed up finding the polluter or the culprit. It can produce a fast on-the-spot detection where it does provide an active alarm for 24-hour monitoring. So the authorities should consider developing a database through collecting the chemical substance that can be utilized by each industry and share the data among the relevant authorities as well. So it allows for continuous measurement and recording of real-time data, especially during significant events. The similar system has been proven by South Korea, which tackled the water pollution issue and has been tested in Sungai Galing, Pahang as a pilot project. Through this, it can detect early on any water pollutants that can affect the quality of water, especially in critical areas. The Selangor government should allocate and contribute the funds towards the water system activities to protect the water environment and have a positive impact on human health and safety. For instance, it can be seen through the river watching system in Korea that is able to monitor and analyze the water quality every 30 and 60 minutes periodically. Hence, the bill system has to be upgraded, fast and efficient in order to track any water pollutants along the river of Selangor delicately.
Next is the lesson learned that we are received after we do more research about this topic is water pollution is less visible by people. Water is obviously essential to human existence. However, one crucial realization is that water pollution frequently goes unnoticed because it is invisible. People frequently concentrate on issues that they can physically see and feel. According to research, frequent and obvious interaction affect how people view pollution. And unlike air pollution, water pollution frequently goes unnoticed. In reality, improvement in water quality have been difficult to achieve and are far from universal, with many pollutants persisting or even increasing. With water technologies at an all-time high, water quantity issues have gotten a lot of attention because of the visual dramatic indications such as floods and drought. That is why water quality issues are often unassuming or invisible.
Next lesson learned is continuous education in a green environment. Concern of the green environment will establish priority care in handling sustainable environment in river water pollution. This includes such as clean water systems, wastewater treatment, waste management and clean energy. The environment practices are essential to support the continuity of quality water treatment to the people.
Although a slight or heavy pollution occurs, public awareness is vital to the significance of river water quality. A key to success in stimulating environment management is increasing awareness and participation between state government and relevant agencies. Their active participation helps to set up practices for growing and maintaining a green and sustainable society, which was beneficial for everyone involved. In the future, the level performance of the environment will hike up towards the young society and sustain the habits of green environment.
Finally, water pollution has an impact on the economy as a whole, and prevention measures should be implemented. The government should also consider water security and ensure that there is enough water for all citizens through good planning and management. To prevent this situation, we may all work together to preserve the environment clean and healthy for the water bodies, plants, animals, and people that rely on it. To assist prevent water pollution, we can take individual or collaborative action. We can also take action as a government and continents to establish legislation to combat water contamination. Incorporating these environmental protection policies into the goals and objectives of the main actors involved in the environmental damage will improve policy performance. Thank you. That's all from us.